Hi, I'm Bill Donohue, President of the Catholic League. Here's our Director of Communications, Mike McDonald. We want to talk about a subject today which we've addressed many times before. That is the extent to which white people who are liberals claim to be on the side of black people, but yet they promote ideas and policies which undermine black achievement, whether it's in the schools, whether it's dealing with discipline and the like. We know that blacks, for example, want school choice. Liberal allies, so to speak, always work to undercut that all the time. Now, today we want to talk about the latest iteration, which is something called Black English, trying to be normalized in the state of California.
Yeah, so Bill, there's a lot of craziness going on in California, but we knew that already. In the schools, though, out there, what they're trying to do is take, as you said, this Black English and use it as an acceptable alternative to Standard English. So the phrase, they happy, is an acceptable alternative to they are happy, or she be working is acceptable for she is working, and try and make that acceptable form and sort of dumbing down, breaking away from what Standard English is, and really forcing this as an alternative for these kids out there so that they don't get ahead.
Now, no media outlet, radio or TV, would ever hire somebody who speaks that way. So you have to. I try to get inside the head of the person who's promoting this, Ashley Williams. Okay, she's out in California. She says that if she spoke, quote, Black English at home, she was corrected by her parents. You had to learn conventional English. Okay, we know that all racial and ethnic groups have a certain dialect. No, nothing wrong with that, except that there is a conventional English language, okay? And when you depart from that, you run the risk of creating these kinds of problems. Now, she said that when she was growing up, she spoke good English, and she was punished for that. She was teased by people saying, you're acting like a white person. Well, the problem are the white racist, or maybe black racist, whoever it might be, for punishing her and teasing her for speaking good English. She says, listen, I don't want my son to be bullied by people in school if he speaks black English. Well, maybe if you corrected the problem by teaching your son to speak good English as opposed to black English, which is not exactly proper English, as we all know, so stop the game, then we wouldn't have these problems in the first place. This is nothing new. Back in the 1980s, there were black anthropologists who pointed out, and Columbia University Professor John McWhorter understands too, that blacks have often been punished for being and acting and speaking like white people because they speak good English, because they write good English. The problem there is the racists who sanction them. In fact, they should be sanctioned for what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the saddest things here is you have this woman who's saying that I want to worry about my son. He's going to be teased because he speaks so well in school. Her parents did everything to set her up for success. And now generationally, she is not setting her son up for success.
She has a doctorate.
Yeah.
She didn't get a doctorate by speaking black English.
Right. She wouldn't be leading this movement if she didn't speak good English. So I think that's... But it's not just California, but we were talking about this, last week, 2 weeks ago, when Mamdani said he wanted the hip-hop school here in New York.
Right. What's that all about?
Yeah, it's the same notion.
Who's going to hire you? What are you going to do?
What?
I just don't understand it. No, what this is basically giving up on blacks. It may not be racist in intent, it may be, but it certainly is racist in effect. When you lower standards, when you dumb things down, look, there are a lot of Chinese and Spanish-speaking students in this country. They struggle to learn good English. They do it successfully, and black kids can do it too. I know I work with black kids a good part of my life as a college professor and in the elementary schools, and it is racist to think that blacks can't speak good English like anybody else. Thanks so much.